Aurora, Colorado, it's our featured city of the day. We're going to take a look at its history and what it's like to actually live in Aurora, Colorado. And during this, we're going to check out its affordability, lifestyle, and real estate. And with this approach, we're going to be able to compare Aurora to the rest of the Denver metro cities. So if you've been thinking of moving to Aurora or just want to learn more about Aurora, Colorado, then this video is for you because we're going to cover everything you need to know about Aurora. Aurora is kind of like Denver's adopted stepchild. It gets a really bad rap, yet Aurora is a really great place to live. I mean, between all the parks we have here, including Cherry Creek State Park and Cherry Creek School District, which is one of the best in the state and nationally, there's a lot of great stuff going for Aurora. Affordably wise, we're right next to Denver, yet you don't have to pay the Denver prices. And it's a huge city going north to south on the map, so all the houses range from everything you would typically get in Denver to larger lots and more of the suburban feel if that's up your alley. But Aurora is a great city overall, and we're going to jump right into it and take a look around. So Aurora is located to the east of Denver and surrounded by a lot of highways for ease of getting around. From the north, you have I-70 running east to west. You have I-225, which kind of runs on the western part of Aurora from north to south. Then all the way on the eastern side, you do have E-470, which is a paid toll road, which is only a handful of years old. But if you know anything about 470 is there's never any traffic on it. 5 p.m., 8 a.m., doesn't matter, Monday through Friday, you will never be stuck in traffic on E-470, and that wraps all the way around the outside of Aurora, going all the way from I-25 all the way up to I-7. Now, if you're looking to head up to the high country and going to Breckenridge, let's say, it's going to take about an hour and 45 minutes on average to get to Breckenridge, Keystone, a little bit further to get to Vail and Beaver Creek. And if you want to check out some world-class climbing routes or mountain biking trails and you wanted to go up to Boulder, you're going to be looking at about a 47-minute drive. Now, if you're needing to hop on a flight and go to DIA, you're going to be looking at about a 15 to 20-minute drive, which is going to be faster than just about anywhere else in the Denver metro area because DIA is located near Kansas. And I'm sharing all these heavily trafficked routes with you because if you are thinking of moving to Aurora, at some point you're likely to go skiing, mountain biking, climbing, or catch a flight. But to give you a bigger overall picture of what the commute time is like, on average for Aurora, Colorado drivers, it's about 29 and a half minutes. And I'm going to attribute that likely to people driving to DTC, where we have a huge hub of some of the world's largest companies. And now that you know where Aurora, Colorado is, my name is Alex Saldana. I'm a local real estate agent and investor. And on this channel, I try to answer all the questions home buyers, owners, and investors have about everything related to real estate in the Denver metro area. And I'm on a mission to reach every Denver metro resident. So if you know someone who might benefit from this information and you wanted to share the video, please feel free below. Now let's get back to Aurora, Colorado, because that's what you came here for. Aurora, Colorado was originally founded in 1891 as one of the suburbs popping up around Denver. Now, Aurora in general is not that top city that most people think of moving here for, like Denver would be, or Boulder, or Breckenridge. But you'll soon find, like most large cities, Aurora is just a solid suburb of Denver. It feels the same, except you have a bit more space. It's quite a bit more affordable. It's a little bit further away from the mountains, but not terribly. Everything's still within about 30 to 45 minutes heading west, the same as it would be for Denver. And we're surrounded by huge tech companies. The opportunities here are extremely vast, which has helped the steady growth of Aurora. And similar to Denver, we value our lifestyle here a whole lot. Outdoor sports galore, from mountain biking to cycling to climbing to four-wheeling, and the city prides itself on having a lot of outdoor space and things available for the residents to do. And this has led to a steady growth of population over the last 10 to 20 years, and you can see we're sitting at about 390,000 people population-wise, where Denver is about 710,000 people, so it's the second largest city around the Denver metro area. And at this point, I always like to head over to niche.com to pull up the overall stats of how Aurora is rated as a city. And you can see here we have an overall rating of a B. So public schools rated as a B, C for housing, likely because we're higher than the national average for the price of housing. However, our property taxes are rather low, so it all balances out in the wash. A B for family rating, B for jobs, C for cost of living, once again, going back to housing being higher, A for outdoor activities, because once again, we value our lifestyle and outdoors really highly. C for crime and safety, and we'll dig into that. B plus for nightlife, because most people are honestly going to go to Denver for any sort of nightlife. A plus for diversity, extremely diverse communities. B plus for weather, which should be an absolute A plus because we have all 4 seasons, yet the winters are mild in comparison to the Midwest, and the summers are mild in comparison to the Southwest. B plus for health and fitness, and a B for commute. Now we get a B for the algorithmic rating on niche.com, which is still pretty solid in my opinion. However, what are the actual residents, current and past, saying about Aurora? And we can see here on niche.com, we have 661 reviews with an average 4-star rating. Now to go back to the crime rating, for some reason, and this has been similar to Denver and all around the metro area, for some reason, over the last couple of years, we have been the car theft capital of the world. I don't know exactly why, but that has a lot to do with how we're being rated on crime and safety. I come from Chicago originally. I've been here in Denver for over 20 years now. I've been an agent since 2010, so 13 years going on now here. But I can tell you from my past experience growing up in a very large city with very rough neighborhoods, there is no part of Denver that feels like the bad parts of Chicago, New York, LA, or Phoenix. We're very even keel across the boards, and there's not a single neighborhood I wouldn't drive my mother through at 2 a.m. Now, this reporting through niche.com, which is a phenomenal website, is extremely extensive, so I'm going to have the link down below that you can look over and dig into all the details yourself at your own leisure. Now, on to Aurora's outdoors. They have just about 100 parks within the city limits, ranging from mountain biking parks to skate parks to pavilions to open spaces to trails, everything you could ever want from a good-sized city. Now let's take a look at the school system, because whether or not you have kids, schools do affect you. You're going to be paying property taxes, and it does affect resale value. The Aurora public school system has about 78,000 students enrolled in the schools throughout 113 different schools. Now the student-to-teacher ratio is 16-1, and 100% of the teachers have more than 3 years of experience. Now, as a real estate agent, I can't go into too much more detail about the school systems. However, I'm going to have a link down below and look up whatever schools you want for yourself. And now something I can talk passionately about is In-N-Out Burger, and is there one in Aurora? And good news, there is, in fact, right off of I-225 and Alameda. Now that might be important to someone from the West Coast. However, if you come to Denver, you're soon going to find out about Santiago's. But I gotta say, I was surprised to learn that there was only one Santiago's in Aurora. Now, something that affects all of us, whether you're a renter or a homeowner, is going to be real estate. Because let's be real, it affects our quality of life. Now, taking a high-level view look at Aurora, Colorado real estate, we can see at the end of January of 2023, the median home price in Aurora was $435,000, which is about flat from about 12 months ago, because we went through the hyper times where people were offering crazy dollar amounts over asking price all throughout the entire country. Now, if we take a look back in time for Aurora, Colorado, over the last 10 years, since about 2012, when prices in Aurora were $135,000 on average, from today in 2023, we're up about 320% in the last decade in prices. So if you've been thinking of moving to Aurora, but yet you wanted to wait for prices to adjust a little bit, this is your time. So now that we know that the median home price in Aurora, Colorado is $435,000, let's compare that to all the other Denver metro cities and see where we fall. The median home price in Denver is $517,000. The median home price in Arvada is $596,000. The median home price in Centennial is $605,000. The median home price in North Glen is $451,000. And the median home price in Parker, Colorado is $630,000. So you can see here that Aurora, Colorado is actually on the lower end of home prices for the entire Denver metro area. But let's go a little bit deeper and find out what exactly does $435,000, the median home price in Aurora, Colorado, buy you today. Now, there's a very good chance by the time you're seeing this, the homes that you just saw are not going to be for sale anymore. However, what we're going to do for you is we're going to put our preferred list of Aurora homes down in the description as a link below, and you can click on that and actually have that delivered to your inbox every day if you want. And now is a great time to actually go over how much the monthly mortgage would be on the average home price in Aurora at $435,000. And especially if you're moving here from out of state, you're going to want to go down in the description below, click on the link. We have a mortgage calculator there that you can plug in your own numbers, because what you may not realize is that Colorado is the third lowest for property taxes. So where our prices might seem higher, more of your dollars are going towards the home instead of to property taxes like in other states. And you can see here with our median price of $435,000 with a 20% down payment on a 30-year fix at a 6% interest rate, which is what they're going for today. Our property taxes are only $2,100 a year on average for this price home. $1,200 a year in home insurance brings the monthly payment to just under $2,400 a month. And now that leads us into what is the actual cost of living in comparison for Aurora, Colorado compared to the rest of the country. And you can see here that overall, yeah, we are a bit higher than the national average for our cost of living, primarily due because our housing and our transportation is going to be up there. However, utilities and groceries are way down, which helps us balance out a bit. But in my opinion, paying 5% more than the national average for the cost of living is getting 100% better lifestyle than most other places in this country. Now, at this point, if you're still with me and you're thinking to yourself, man, Aurora might be a good affordable option for me to move to the Denver metro area, my phone number is right here. Feel free to call me, text me, or my contact information will be below in the description. Shoot me an email, whatever works for you. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. Now, when we ran numbers on how much your monthly payment would be to be able to afford a house in Aurora, Colorado, we ran by the typical 20% down payment. However, that is not the norm. 3.5% to 5% down is the minimum you need for most of the loan types. And I'm going to invite you to watch this video here, which goes over all the different loan types and the pros and cons of each to help you in your home buying ventures.